Hey guys, what's up? How you doing today? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's Igor here, and today I want to share with you about life in Canada. Now, I lived here for past 6 years and I've been an international student. I'm a new immigrant, you can call me. And I want to just tell you a little bit about life in this country without editing, without anything, just you and me walking and talking. I'm not going to be telling you the ways to immigrate in this video, but I have a bunch of videos about immigration, so if you want to see them, check out the channel, check out the videos that I have there. There's a lot of them. Now, life in Canada is pretty good and people here are not poor. Now look at this, there is a Hummer next to me. Well, there are not too many Hummers, but there is one Hummer, but it's more difficult to find two Hummers on one street next to one house. Some rich people live here, I guess. I'm currently located in Renfrew, one of the not too expensive but decent neighborhoods here, and there is a dog. Beware of a dog that is probably going to eat me if I don't walk away fast enough. I'm just joking. This country is pretty safe, and overall my impression here is that you can have such a good standard of life that it's really difficult to go back to what you're used to. Now, I've been to other countries, visiting them after years in Canada, and first thing I noticed is, first of all, even those tourist places, Canada is so beautiful. Just look around me right now, how beautiful it is. Like, I'm not kidding. It's a beautiful place to live, and I'm honored to stay here, because you don't value it when you're here, but as soon as you go to other countries, you know, first you come here, you're like, wow, you're impressed, you know, then over years it starts to go down, 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 and as soon as you're out of the country, you start to understand how much things you have here that you don't have in other places, such as free healthcare, decent infrastructure, like you get that Amazon same-day deliveries, you get all of those services, you get the protection. You know, you have a consumer right of speaking, protection from the government, all those small things that matters. And once you're out of this comfort zone, out of Canada to another country, you're like, my God, I want to go back, because this country is so developed. Need to keep on watching my videos and correct me. So this country is so developed, and there's so many things available to you living here. I cannot even describe it. Everyone, almost everyone in this country can afford buying a car. Like, here is a Subaru Outback. It's a car that I want to buy. Maybe not today, but someday. You can buy a car if you're working here. If you're working and living here, the cars are affordable, taxes are alright, they're not too bad. There are countries where taxes are worse than in Canada, and lots of Canadians and everyone complains about it, but it's not that bad for the value of what you're getting. Now I have to walk to another side of a street because there is some kind of truck on that side and some construction. People, this is amazing. You get such job opportunities. You know, the employment standards. You can refuse to do unsafe work. For example, your boss tells you go climb that roof without a safety harness. In Canada, you can say I'm not going to do that because it's unsafe, and your employer cannot fire you because you refused unsafe work. You're also entitled to get all of your payout, and employers are supposed to pay you. You know, even if you come to work, what is that rule? Anyone remembers here? Shoot a comment if I'm wrong. If you come to work for an hour, you have to get paid for 3 hours. So there is that rule that you have to get paid out. So if you come to work for 1 hour, they can just pay you for 1 hour, they have to pay for 3 hours. So employers might keep you for 3 hours, and even if you work for 15 minutes, they still have to pay you for 3 hours. You get that protection, you get that comfort of government taking care of you. For example, the school here, the infrastructure, the comfort of life, the beautiful views from different places like Lake Louise, Niagara Falls. All of this is in one country, and that too very diverse and very peaceful country, guys. I mean, Canada is by far, I would say, the most amazing place I got to live in. And you know, like, people would come here, they would start saying, well, you watch those American guys, Russian speaking YouTubers, who are like, they're like, oh, I came to this country and I don't like it anymore, I came here and I expected this and I'm doing that. Canada is totally different situation, you come here and you get way more than you expect. When you come to this country, look at that church there. Churches available to you anywhere, regardless of what your religion is. There is even a mosque here at Calgary. If you're a Muslim, no problem. Beautiful houses, nice backyards, extremely friendly people, affordable cars, free healthcare. See, there is a community licensed daycare here too for your kids. There is a school around that block. It's perfect country to raise your family and have a decent income. And of course, Canada is not that far from US, even though it's a totally different country. It's not totally different, but it has all the best moments from US, I would say. People are I think people are nicer here. Really nice, down to the ground, good people, and you get good money working here. You can take a loan to buy a house, you can take a loan to buy a car, and even though there are so many things that I can complain about, I can tell you right now that the opportunities provided to you in your family life, in your career, and spiritual life, whatever you have in mind, in this country you get it all in such a harmony. I mean, you have to be a totally screwed up person to figure out a way not to like living in this country, and I think you would agree with me. The comfort, the necessities, and the level of life is a different level of extreme. It's extremely good country. You just come here, live here long enough, and then go back to the country where you came from and start noticing all those things that were normal to you, that are normal to you right now in Canada. And you go there and you realize that this is not the right way of things, how they should be happening, how the government should be treating their citizens, the services that are provided, your rights. Like, it's a totally different level. You just have to live here to understand what I'm talking about. I never ever regret moving here, and there is not enough words to describe the things that you get living here. Now, of course, if you're planning to come here, I think it's a good decision. It's a great choice of a country. Beware of the weather. Beware that people might be too nice at times, and sometimes if you don't understand the culture, it might be awkward to you. But take your time, don't stereotype anything, and you're going to be really happy, just like I am, living in this country. I know people are going to be like, oh, we want you to complain about Canada, and we want to, we want to hear something different. You have to tell us how Canada sucks. No, guys, it doesn't. It's a nice country, and I do really, really like it. Especially this kind of trees that we get in Ukraine, seasons and people. There are so many Ukrainians, there are Russians, there are people from Ethiopia, there are people from Lebanon. I'm not even going to tell you how many Lebanese here. People from India, especially from Punjab. Here in Calgary, lots of Punjabis. Malayalis, not too many. You can still find the Malayali community. They celebrate Onam here. huge Indian community, but mainly Punjabis, because they're more hardcore to this kind of harsh weather conditions. So harsh weather conditions. I can complain about weather if you have a car. You have a car, no problem with the weather. You have a house to stay that is not cold in winter, and of course, you know, you get enough financial things to support your family back home and support yourself here. Like, what can you complain about? If you have all of this, and plus the government services that are offered to you, I mean, this is an incredible country and an awesome place to stay. Guys, smash the like button if you agree that Canada is awesome, and of course, it's the best way to support this channel and to show me that you really like this video. Guys, also comment your experience and whatever you want, guys. Ask me questions in the comments below. I'm not going to necessarily reply to all of them because they're just one of me and so many of you guys. So I'm reading them all the time and I'm making videos based on them answering your questions. So if I see a lot of people asking the same thing, I make a video on that just to cover everyone's questions in that video. Subscribe to this channel to see more things about Canada, and guys, we'll see you in the next video.